Welcome to episode 433. And in the previous episode, we explored how awareness builds integrity. But what happens when awareness feels muted? When you can't clearly feel hunger, fatigue, or even your own emotions? In today's episode, we're talking about rebuilding trust with your body after years of overriding its signals. And this is where Ayurveda can help. So please stay tuned. Welcome to the Elements of Ayurveda podcast. I'm your host, Colette. And if you're new to Ayurveda, I recommend starting with the first few episodes where I introduce the foundations of Ayurveda and the doshas. To learn more, work with me, or explore my offerings, you can visit elementshealingandwellbeing.com. And for podcast updates, join me on Instagram at Elements of Ayurveda Podcast. And before we begin, just a quick note to say that this podcast is for educational and inspirational purposes only. It's not intended as medical advice. Now let's dive into this episode. Hey there, and welcome back to the podcast. And in this solo episode, I want to do a follow-up from my previous episode, 432, titled Awareness, Integrity, and Ayurveda, where we explore how awareness builds integrity. How listening to the body moment by moment allows coherence to arise naturally. In this episode, I want to speak to something that often comes up in my conversations with my clients. What if awareness feels muted? What if you do not clearly feel hunger or fatigue or emotion or those inner signals? What if instead of clarity, there's just numbness, confusion, or second guessing? This episode is for that space. Because many of us are not starting from acute awareness. We're starting from long-term overriding of the signals our body is giving us. And rebuilding trust with the body is not about trying harder to listen. It's about restoring safety. In Ayurveda, we talk about prajnaparadha, the loss of awareness, the moments when we override what we know. But when this overriding happens occasionally, the body recalibrates easily. But when it happens repeatedly, over years, something different occurs. The body adapts. If hunger is ignored long enough, hunger signals will soften. If fatigue is overridden long enough, the body shifts into stress chemistry. If emotions are dismissed long enough, they become harder to detect. And this is not failure. It's physiology. The nervous system learns what is safe to signal. And if signals are consistently ignored, the body conserves energy by lowering the volume. And most of this conserved energy goes towards managing the imbalance that's occurring due to the overridden signals. This is intelligent adaptation, but it can leave us feeling disconnected. So let's make this very practical. Some common experience are not realizing you're hungry until you're shaky or irritable, pushing through exhaustion and only noticing it when you crash, eating past fullness without sensing it, or feeling emotionally flat or unsure what you feel. In Ayurvedic language, long-term overriding weakens the Agni, not just the digestive fire, but perceptual fire. In modern language, chronic sympathetic activation, the fight or flight mode, dulls interoception, our ability to sense internal states. When the nervous system is in survival mode, subtle signals are not prioritized. Urgency overrides nuance, and efficiency overrides sensitivity. And slowly, the inner conversation becomes quieter. It's very important to say this clearly. If awareness feels muted, this does not mean you are bad at Ayurveda. It does not mean you lack discipline. It does not mean you are disconnected from your intuition. It often means your system has been managing a high load for a long time. That may be stress, responsibility, caregiving, productivity culture, perfectionism, chronic inflammation, or maybe hormonal shifts. The body narrows perception when it needs to conserve resources. Rebuilding trust is not about forcing sensitivity back online. It's about creating conditions where sensitivity feels safe again. So what is interoception? Interoception is our ability to sense internal signals, heartbeat, breath, hunger, temperature, emotional shifts, or muscle tension. Ayurveda has always valued this. Think of daily self-abhyanga, tongue scraping, noticing elimination, observing appetite, and seasonal adjustments. These are not rigid rituals. They are awareness practices. They train perception. When interoception weakens, we often outsource decisions. Like, what should I eat? How much should I rest? What supplement do I need? And we do not want to outsource our health and well-being. But rebuilding trust means slowly restoring inner reference points. When inner signals feel unclear, it's very easy to look outside ourselves for answers to the latest trend, the newest protocol, the supplement someone else swears by. But without awareness of your own unique constitution, your own digestion, your own current state of health, even well-intentioned choices may not truly support you. Ayurveda does not reject herbs or therapies. It simply teaches that they work best when guided by self-knowledge. At its heart, Ayurveda is an educational system. It teaches you how to observe, how to discern, and how to recognize what supports you and what doesn't. Not so you never seek guidance, but so you participate in your own care. And this is something I deeply value in my consultations with my clients. When I work with clients, I don't just assess symptoms or doshic patterns. I listen carefully to what they feel. What feels heavy? What feels relieving? What feels intuitive? What feels resistant? The felt sense is important information. Often, even when awareness feels muted, there are small signals present. And my role is not to override those signals. It's to help refine and strengthen them. Because healing is not something I impose. It's something me and my client uncover together. Rebuilding trust means slowly restoring those inner reference points so decisions arise from relationship rather than reaction. Building awareness is a journey because if awareness has been muted over years, turning it up suddenly can feel overwhelming. Sometimes when people begin to slow down, they feel anxiety, grief, fatigue, stored emotion. This is why awareness must be gentle. We are not forcing intensity. We are widening tolerance. Small doses of noticing, short moments of listening, then back to safety. This is how the nervous system learns that awareness is not a threat. So let's talk about practical steps, not dramatic changes, but micro repairs. The first one is the 10-second check-in. And we can all do this. Once or twice a day, pause, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, what am I feeling physically right now? No fixing, no overanalyzing, just naming. Is it warmth? Is it tightness? Heaviness? Are you feeling neutral? Do you feel hunger? Or is it calmness? This builds vocabulary between the brain and the body. And I recommend putting a reminder chime on your phone to do this 10-second check-in twice daily. The second micro repair is eat with 1 moment of pause. Before one meal a day, for example, your lunch, which in Ayurveda is your biggest meal of the day, pause and take 1 breath. Notice the smell of your food. Notice the saliva increasing in your mouth. And notice readiness. You are rebuilding the digestive perceptual link. Agni, the digestive fire, strengthens when attention accompanies eating. The third micro repair is track energy, not productivity. So instead of asking yourself, what did I accomplish today? Ask yourself, when did my energy dip today? And when did my energy rise? This restores circadian awareness. The body begins to feel seen. And the fourth micro repair is soothing before sensing. If you feel numb, start with regulation, like a warm cup of herbal tea, a slow exhale breath, an oil massage, or a gentle walk in nature. Safety precedes clarity. The nervous system must feel resourced before perception sharpens. When you begin listening again, the body does not immediately reveal everything. It tests you. It offers small signals. If those small signals are honored, even once, the volume increases slightly. If fatigue is respected with 20 minutes of rest, the body remembers. If fullness is honored instead of overridden, digestion recalibrates. If an emotion is acknowledged without dismissal, it softens. Trust is built through responsiveness, not intensity. In episode 432, we spoke about integrity as coherence between what you feel, what you know, and how you act. But coherence cannot exist without perception. Rebuilding trust restores perception, and perception allows integrity to rise again. You don't force integrity. You create conditions for awareness, and awareness restores alignment. And so here are some signs that trust is returning. You may notice hunger appearing gently before irritability, fatigue arriving as a whisper instead of collapse, emotional shifts becoming clearer, less urgency around decisions, and a softer relationship with routine. These are subtle changes, but they signal increasing interoceptive strength. Just as we adjust to external seasons, there are internal seasons. There are times of intensity and times of restoration. If you have been in a long internal winter, pushing, surviving, overriding, this phase is spring soil preparation. Not blooming yet, just softening. And that is enough. And please remember, if awareness feels muted, you are not behind. You are not failing. You may simply be in a phase of rebuilding. And rebuilding trust with the body is slow relational work. You are not demanding clarity. You are offering safety. You are not forcing integrity. You are allowing awareness to return. And from there, gently, naturally, integrity will grow again. And if you would like support in rebuilding your trust with your body and mind, then please check out my online services and I can help you. You can choose from my online consultations or the Digestive Reset Cleanse. The next discounted group cleanse starts April 17th, but of course you can do a private cleanse at any time. Both have the same structure. They both come with a 90-minute consultation, but with the private cleanse, you get to choose your own dates that work for your schedule and you have me one-to-one for support. And if you prefer to study alone, I have my Daily Habits for Holistic Health program, the 28-day self-paced online program designed to help you increase your awareness so that you can become your own healer. And then you can bundle all my services together in my Reset, Restore, Renew program, which is a transformational journey of healing, connection, and empowerment. You can check out all my services on my new website, elementshealingandwellbeing.com, or just click on the link in the show notes. And if you want to chat before booking, then take advantage of my free 15-minute services inquiry call, where we can hop on Zoom and I can answer all of your questions. If you think that this episode will be helpful to family or friends, please share it with them so we can spread this wisdom of Ayurveda. And if you're finding this podcast helpful, I would really appreciate a rating and review wherever you listen to your podcast. And thank you in advance for that. And don't forget to follow or subscribe so the new episodes automatically download for you. And come join me on social media. On Instagram, it's Elements of Ayurveda Podcast. And on Facebook, it's Elements Healing and Wellbeing. And until next time, take good care of yourself, be well, and bye for now. Slán go fóill.